Another question we always get is why don't birds eat the grapes? Well, they do. They're a huge problem here. They're in the south part of Napa or by water in general. So the kind of the drier parts have less problem with birds or farther up valley. But down valley, the birds are really kind of an issue. Two kind of birds are the main culprits. Finches, not too bad. They kind of steal a grape, take it to its nest and eat it. Not a huge problem, but the big problem are European starlings. So they will hang upside down at a bunch of grapes and with their beak poke a hole in each grape and drink the juice out of it. This, once the skin is broken of the grape, it'll rot. And of course the whole bunch can be lost. And you can see flocks of thousands and thousands and thousands of these starlings flying around, kind of like moving clouds, eating grapes. So what can we do about that? There are actually a lot of things that the farmers or growers can employ to kind of keep the birds off. And so kind of what I have here, kind of early to see this time of year, but they use streamers. So you can see here kind of a shiny piece of mylar, just a streamer. They work really well for birds. Why they work, I'm not really sure. Some people say that a bird sees it shine and it might be like the eyes of a predator, like a cat or a fox. I've heard people say that these streamers they might reflect like water, so the bird flying overhead thinks it can't land there. I've heard people say that it distracts the bird. I've heard people say that it frightens the bird, blinds the bird. No one can speak for a bird, of course, so I don't think we'll ever know the real answer for this, but we know they hate them. And so that's kind of something you do. The birds will kind of get wise to that after a couple months. So it's something you see typically going up in July and then kind of taking down after grapes are picked in maybe October at the latest. And so there are other things you can do as well. People put lanterns, kind of like a paper lantern that has kind of white circles that look like maybe the eyes of an owl or something like that. Birds really don't like that much, so that works pretty well. People put air shotguns in the vineyard, just a propane blast that happens every 10 minutes. You'll see pow, and the birds just all fly away. People will use, plastic owls or, scarecrows, things like that. They work okay. But I've been at a winery actually where they'll play like eagle calls. So you'll be at a winery and they'll play a call of an eagle. Birds hear that and fly away. Or it might even I've been at a place where they had like kind of a bird in distress or a bird being eaten kind of noise. So you're sitting at a winery, you hear like a bird being killed. Don't ask me to make that noise again. But that works as well. So there's a lot of different things they can do to kind of keep the birds off it. Deer aren't really a problem. Rabbits, they eat the green shoots, so they're mainly an issue in spring, but don't eat grapes. So kind of different time of year. I'll make a video on that as well.